I'm back. You got COVID? I did. Yeah, that's why I haven't been streaming. Well, the first week, what ended up happening was I went to Cancun for a wedding, and at some point while I was out there, I got the virus. But yeah, I went to. So from what it said was I got COVID at some point on Wednesday, and Wednesday, as far as I know, is that I went to the pyramids, the Mayan temples, and at some point, and I don't think it was when I was at the temples. I think it was later on when we got back to our hotel. So at the place that we stayed at, we had unlimited drinks. Okay, so drinks were for free and stuff like that, and then they had multiple spots where you can socialize with people and drink. And I was with my cousins, and one of them was kind of feeling a bit lonely, right? And so I just wanted drinks. I'm here to take full advantage of this trip. Anyways, what ended up happening, I think one of them or somebody in that area had COVID, because my cousin got it, and he's currently, as far as I know, he had the worst end of it, and I was all right. Oh, the COVID. Yeah, I got hit with the COVID. So I haven't had like the serious side effect where like, oh, I can't do shit at all. Here's what happened, okay? On Friday, we go on a boat ride, and you're with a group, like different people as well who are on a boat. And each boat is it's a different section of Mexico, and whatever boat you get the food from that place specifically. There's a lot of like dancing, a lot of drinking on the boat, and then you have to follow certain rules. If you break a certain rule, you have to take a shot, right? At some point of that entire boat ride, I was already kind of buzzed. I was drinking all day, which if you ever do this boat ride, don't drink during the day because you're gonna do a lot of drinking on this boat. And I'm the idiot who drank during the day and got on the boat. So as we're on the boat, towards the end of the ride, I started to feel chills, right? I started to feel weird. And I was like, God damn, I think all this alcohol is getting to me. But I didn't feel like I was that drunk or that buzzed yet. Well, I was buzzed for sure, but I wasn't like that drunk yet. So I was like, something feels weird, and I don't know what it is. And I started to feel shivers, like chills on my body, right? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if it's the alcohol or what is it, right? So then later that night, we get back to our hotel, and I had plans to go, drinking at different bars one last time, because the next day we were supposed to get tested and go back on the plane. Once we got back to the resort that we were staying at, I was like, I can't. I'm exhausted. I'm tired, and I just want to go to sleep at this point. So I go to bed that night, and I'm just like, I'm shaking. I'm like just shivering. But luckily, I was able to go to sleep. I didn't have any problems. The next day, I had runny nose, and that was about it. But it was pretty bad runny nose where I had to like blow my nose a lot. We get a COVID test, right? Luckily, it came out negative. But here's what happened. This is a no-no that I didn't know we were not supposed to do. But luckily, because we did it, we were able to get on the plane. So here's what happened. We were doing the saliva test. So, you spit into a cup or whatever, and they examine it to see if you have COVID. What we did was we brushed our teeth and used mouthwash before doing the testing. So early in the morning, we brushed our teeth, mouthwash, went to the area where we were supposed to do the COVID test, and later that day came out negative. All right, we can go on the plane. We're good to go. I thought I was, I thought it was COVID free because the test said negative. But clearly, Clearly, I wasn't. I wasn't negative. I was positive, and I didn't know that till afterwards. So, damn, you beat the system. Yeah, I ain't staying a couple of more days at Cancun. Hell no. As I'm on the flight, I thought I had like some colds. I didn't think I had anything serious because all I had was like runny nose. And then once I got back, which was on Monday morning, because something happened to our flight. Instead of taking a flight to Phoenix, from Phoenix to Sacramento, we had to take a flight from Cancun to Chicago, and from Chicago to Oakland, and then from Oakland we had to Uber all the way to where I live, which was about an hour drive or something like that. So we didn't get home till like 1 in the morning, which is like a Monday, right? So Monday, the day I woke up after falling asleep for a couple hours, I had a headache, right? I had a headache and I still had a runny nose. And then I was like, I'm gonna go get tested, just to be safe and stuff like that. Because my girlfriend was like, oh, you should go get tested, because my family got COVID after the flight, right? So I go get tested, and the test comes out positive, and I was hanging out with my girlfriend as well. I was doing some no stuff that I wasn't supposed to be doing, and I was supposed to be isolating. Chat, if you ever go out of town and you come back, just stay home for 5 days. Luckily, she's been testing negative, okay? She's been testing negative, luckily. But I was positive. Oh, I should have stayed home for 5 days, boys. But she's been testing negative for a whole week, right? A whole week. Thank God. Thank God she's been testing negative for a whole week. But I was like, yikes. So I told my family, I was like, hey, I tested positive. Well, here's how I had a feeling I had COVID. Because on Tuesday I get a call. Well, I didn't get a call. I get a text from my dad saying, hey, your cousin and your tia tested positive for COVID, and they have it pretty bad. Like, they were bedridden. They couldn't do stuff. Luckily, I was still functioning. I still felt good. I didn't feel like I was like that bad. The only thing I had from like Monday to Tuesday was a headache, and then Wednesday I was feeling okay. Wednesday was when the running nose kind of disappeared. At this, I wasn't able to go to class either. Literally, before going to class, they had me download an app, and then I had to like click whatever symptoms I was feeling. And all I did was I tapped that I had a runny nose, and then they're like, oh, you have to go get a COVID test. So you can't go to class until you get that COVID test done. I was like, God damn it. I didn't even know I was positive yet. And so they had me put a Q-tip up my nose, swirl it around for a couple of minutes, and then I gave them the sample, and then next day, you tested positive for COVID. I was like, shit. But I've been stuck here for a week, and I wanted to stream Monday. I'll go get more water. Monday I had a headache. Tuesday I had a headache, and then Wednesday I found out I had COVID. So I was just like, I'm just gonna rest up and get myself better. I highly recommend people who don't have the vaccine to at least get it, because from my personal experience, I literally only felt terrible for one day, and then the next day I just felt fine, other than the fact that I had a headache. But that's like common stuff that I can get. Literally, you can get a headache from being dehydrated. You can get a headache for not eating enough. For me, if I eat spicy food, I can get a headache. And it's okay. Like, I get people have their reasons why not to get it, but just personally, from my experience, have already gotten COVID, I'd rather be sick for a couple of days, and then be good to go the next day, while other people are like bedridden for a week or two. Do you want to stay home for 5 days, or stay in bed for 1 or 2 weeks and feel terrible? I'd rather take the option that doesn't sound too bad. Thank you very much.